I'll just, it's important to just slap a smile. I'll slap a smile on my face, but it just snuck up on me, and I'm okay. I'm fine. Don't go to the hospital, especially, generally talking about Jupiter and Mars are going to be conjunct at 3 degrees. I think it's on Tuesday coming up. That's an epic event because they're in Aries, and Jupiter is in Aries, has just been reborn, just pretty much reset. That's what happens when, you know, um, you go from Pisces to Aries. It's a refresher. You come up out of the ocean and now you're doing the volcano and you're building land. And then here comes Taurus, is the earth again. And and that is the beautiful mountainside and starts growing flowers. And then we get all these flowers. And then here comes Gemini, of course. Leave it to Gemini to go, you know what, this flower here is a certain kind of flower, and they start labeling it. And there's 3 different names now to flowers, but that's okay. We need these books of what these are, and they have labeled everything. Gemini rules, I think. And we have got to go to school about this, and it rules pencils and papers and books and teachers and the short trips of here and there and how it rules Mercury. It's our mind, and pretty much, well, Mercury, the mind, it's kind of might be infused with maybe reality. So let's go on with resetting. Talk about the reset is with Cancer. Cancer is a cardinal sign because we started out with Aries being a cardinal sign. Now we have another cardinal sign. By the way, the cardinals, there's 4 signs of cardinals: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. They don't get along at all. And this is a consciousness phenomenon. It's because Aries was kind of just the first I am, and they're like, I am, that's me. And that's all. Really, literally, and that is all. Atoms. Tallest mountain, deepest trench, universe, I am. We're talking about when the Buddhas talk about we are one with the universe. Thank you. And also how you burst out in your head, like it rules the head. So you're pushing out, you birth it out. It's the spring, it's springtime. Everything about spring, flower comes up, that's Aries. You just got to really intuitively. Now I'm teaching you how to do astrology. You have to use your intuition. Like, what is out there? What's happening in spring? That's the Aries vibe. They're just, and it comes up. You can see a dandelion way over there. So anyway, point being, the Cardinals, they, um, I'm trying to calm down here. I'm supposed to teach astrology, and I've recently learned the mathematics that is very simple. That starts telling you about some ebbs and flows about how all creation is happening. When I say happening, babes, you're an aperture, and it wouldn't be here without you. Getting back to learning how that astrology, starting from Aries all the way to Pisces, is a journey in the evolutionary process of coming awake in man's consciousness, and also, of course, because like I just said, wouldn't be here without us. The universe itself. They talk about the Big Bang, and that's like, I think women should have a say so in this every once in a while. But anyway, click. Um, uh, the forever life thing. It's like, so why does it bang when it's just a forever life? We haven't seen that yet. I mean, lots of stories, and people are experiencing things. I'm not saying that there isn't some kind of flash going on. Okay, what do you think this is? Aries is a flash, baby. Aries. I'm an Aries rising, and it's like, what is that? Is that a fire? Do we put it out, or what do we do? Do we get next to it and get warm? Or do we just be careful? Don't, and that's the truth, right? Here I am. Here I am. And I never talk about my 5 planets in Libra, 3, 6, 9. And so Jupiter and Mars are going to be conjuncting at 3, and it's going to oppose my Sun. Sun is Sun is at 3 degrees Libra, the planet of co-creation, but it's underneath on the cusp. It's in the 6th house technically of Virgo. So I can get a really good job, maybe. I've always gotten a really good job with something with opposing my Venus, and something when I'm being aspected right there. I work like a dog. To tell you the truth, people are like, oh, she actually works and she doesn't care about anything. No, she doesn't. She just fucking works like a dog. All right, hire her for $4.55 an hour, and let her get that shit done. And but if when you bring that dude in and you hire him for $9.55 an hour, I'm like the next day, hi. I cannot do this not one more hour. I will see you probably never again. Bye. It was fun and everything. It was really great. I appreciate it, but I am done. See you later. But they hired me back later on because, well, I live on this mountain. So did I get out the subject matter? Talking about how in astrology you begin to intuitively look into it. This, what you're seeing is the Aries rising. I think I'm still muscular and I'm still going to go like this when I'm just a bone. I have this warrior in me. I am Aries rising, and it's the fire that, yes, you're sitting around the campfire, la tra tra la la, and existence is burning in front of your face. Anyway, getting back to how that it's evolutionary, and so Cancer has something to teach Aries. That's why they don't really get along. I mean, it's a reset, and now it's a cardinal water sign. You have fire, earth, air, water. That's how it goes. And so Cancer starts. We had we had that journey of just saying I am, and then we grew a flower, and then Jim and I said let's label it. See, flower is Taurus. Taurus says I'm stable, not stubborn. I'm stable. And this is the quality of which that everything is going on. It's just everything has a quality to it. And then Gemini says, let's think about it and write it down and put a symbol to it. So they made up language, and mouth is going, and we got going down to the heart. We have Cancer, pretty sure. I mean, it gets closer to the heart, I think, chest area, because I know Leo is the heart. It's getting stomach. Cancer is the stomach. Rules the stomach. But anyway, that pops around the body when you talk about rulership, kind of like. But anyway, Cancer is the real an advanced version of Aries, who says, "Well, wait a minute, I am, but you know what? I have some needs here. Like I need a jacket. It's kind of cold here after all, and we gotta. So we build a house. It rules home and how we feel. Like why do we have a home? Well, it keeps us warm. It keeps us sheltered. We are safe. It rules the mother. It rules the womb. It's the moon. See, I'm just trying to tell you the difference of the consciousnesses when it starts pulling into it's a circle. Aries, starting from Aries, the zodiac sign. So you're going square with the cardinal signs, and then there's the fixed signs, which is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. These people do, especially the fixed signs. It's like they're bent to kill each other, And I mean, we don't know where Aquarius went. They don't even bother with non getting along or getting along. That's not the concern. It's like the fact is your vibrational frequency will align, and you do not fuss if you're getting along or not getting along, or not. The truth is such as for you, and you're going to celebrate whether it's real or not. It's going to happen. Here goes the Aquarius age coming up. It's just as cold as ice. If it was consciousness, it's like in fact you have not been following it, and the truth of the fucking real life. A child will even see right there that it's not right, and what are you doing? Something like that. That's what's going to pour down through the energy of Pluto. Have not even began yet, babes. In 2023. Continuing on, what astrology involves us with is the human structure. What we are like an antenna, and that is we are listening to everything of the universe and those planets. I mean, come on, we noticed it, and we now there's a science that you can learn. It's called astrology, and it's the only science that points to all other possible sciences. It just points at all the possibility of all other types of sciences, plus its intricacy within that. Now it's everything. What I just told you, you can't even wrap your mind around it. But if you can imagine this missing as something, it's really easy because why? You're having an experience right now of it. This is energy coming at you, babes. Energy. I am energy, Aries rising, and I have. If you look at it, I always wondered about myself. You got to wonder. If you're not wondering, you're not curious. Boy, oh boy. In my little world, I guess I don't know where it was. I don't know. You guys, you need to start doing yourself some good. We'll segregate you off and just say, well, you need to go sit in the box. There's your level. You need torturing. Maybe that's it. Splash some cold water on you. Can you wake up? I don't know. Do it to yourself. There are art forms that through less torturous and uncomfortable ways, you suffer to get to a better place. that rewards you, and mine is music. If you knew that the torture I went through to do some songs, you begin to realize, oh, it's worth it. It's worth it. Why? Well, there's something about doing some things. Well, we love each other, right? I mean, now let me get talking about Libra. Libra, we say I love. We are the ones who play music. It rules music, and that is an AI intelligence altogether that nobody's. It's a higher learning tool. Talk about do that. Torture yourself with the higher learning tools instead of what? What is it? You are just missing it, missing it, missing it until you find a higher learning tool, most likely. Because you know what? Ultimately, you are the higher learning tool. I'm going to end this here. This was just a beginning of what I'm capable of as far as trying to explain to you what astrology is up to, the evolutionary journey of our consciousness. If you look at it metaphorically as, now you are a metaphor, as when you pop out of the vagina, you are always head first. Now, our language correlates with it. Like, are you going to get ahead? Well, when you want to get ahead, it's just like you pop up. Yes, I'm going to get ahead. Well, that's Aries. Aries goes, well, you can break that down too. A, A is Aries, ahead. A, atom. That's the first thing. You can't have anything without that, babe. And that's what Aries is our best friend. Aries is the I am, and he just sits there and he pretty much just is sitting there with a towel and says, it's just about this moment now, and we don't fuss. It's not like you're not doing anything. I mean, everybody's going to be able to get into their true intelligence, and you are capable of so much more when you're there. It's not like sparks are flying and there's a freeway going. It's like, what is going on? You can do a lot in with a very little expenditure, and then whoop, you got a pyramid, and the whole mountainside is. Come on, I'm going to end this pretty soon. Just look at the statues that are left over in the eastern side of the world. They never show us, but it's just like it keeps showing. And some of them machines that they use to print the rocks, it's obvious to me that they had 3D printers that pretty much melted the rock mountainsides and then reformed them into intricate little things. We're supposed to believe that a human being went in there and carved all that. Look at it. Rub your eyes and look at it. That's 3D printing. Amazing. They have a carvings of these people in sexual postures, and then there's vases sitting next to them, and there's a intricate pole, and it's going up for it, just building after building after building. It was just like they just made these out of spaceships came and did that. That's what they were doing in India, and they're the home of the people who made computers. That's what I pretty think I know, and so let's leave it at that. I hope you had a good conversation here. I'm still in dire straits, just in cave woman world. I don't have help about like, well. Okay, I'm ready for Cash App and PayPal now. Not that I'm going to be begging for money here, but I will be. It's like, well, by the way, I will still continue to try to do what I want to do here too, like as far as my local town, and apparently I'm going to sue the market just so I can get in there and shop for a loaf of bread. But once I get all that straightened out, I might be able to conduct my body in a better way. Maybe for sure I have to do yard work. I like doing it. I like when people pay me to work my thighs. I made $260 the last time, and the next day I say almost. I almost got my thighs back. Man, I could stop a freeway. I remember, man, I could just stop a freeway I could still do it if I could just get a little food. Smile. I didn't even tell you about Venus and Pluto conjuncting. Let me tell you what's happening. It's in square. Next video, right there. Don't miss it. See it? Strange looking cover. I know. I have Venus in Virgo.